Hello and welcome back to this week's video. This week we are talking about my new 35mm camera. It is the Bessa R2M. This camera is an amazingly built piece of equipment. It is an exceptional tool for making photos in the field, but I'm going to go through a few photos that I've taken over the last week or so of having this camera and really get into the details of why I think that this camera is best suited for me. And if you're interested in a Bessa R2 or any of the R3s or anything above that, this video might be for you. It'll show you why I think it's best for my process and what I'm going to use the camera for, as these cameras are ultimately just tools. It doesn't make me a better photographer using this, which I've proved in my cheapest film camera videos, which I'll link to in the top corner. It's not about the camera at all. We all know that. The reason I got this, however, I will explain more later in the video. So I've taken a few photos this week. I filmed some of my outings. Here's a little sample of me just cruising around with the Bessa and the photos that I've taken. Hey guys, if you're liking this content so far, if you do me a massive favor, hit that like button down below and enjoy the rest of the video. Very simple composition here. Hopefully it just cuts off on the edges just like I want it to. So you can't really see the side building, it's just this like symmetrical thing. And I'm also going to overexpose by one stop here, so we're going to go f8 at 60. 3, 2. Nice. Nicely. Something also about this composition where got the rolling hill, got the big Scouts logo. Might dip the angle even more so you get some of that shed. Alright, that should be it. I'm really bad at framing with this, so this is a good little test to see how I do. I think that's going to be alright. So, we're down by the river, right on the edge here. And there's this composition I've got an idea of, but it's like, I've got to wait till there's a singular car right next to that pole in the center of the frame, which I'll zoom in on for you. Ooh, nice lizard. I'm gonna get out on the rocks here. Try and get a little bit closer. So I just want one car. Overexpose a stop. Actually, no. I'll overexpose a stop. I go F11, and I really want to capture. No, I go F8, and I really want to capture a car. So I'm gonna go 500th of a second. I just want a singular car in the frame. I got a gap now. Here we go. Just one car come in. No, there's two. Oh, I think that was a bit late. Oh well, I tried. You have a vision and you try. So I finished my frames. And the way that you re-roll this is just standard little button in the middle. Knock your lid off and then just back it goes. So after shooting the Bessa R2M, I have kind of realized that it is probably one of the most suited cameras to me. There's one thing that has started to bother me a little bit in time, and that is simply that the eyepiece is a little bit scratched up, so I need to just find a replacement one that might have some rubber or something on it. Other than that, it's really, really good. The best part for me probably is the fact that I just now have a camera that I can take everywhere. And that's one of the most important parts for me, is I wanted to be able to have a camera on me at all times, just to have that experience of potentially documenting stuff that I may have missed otherwise. So now it's just a practice of learning how to use it in decisive moments. And it's not necessarily because I want to create street photography work. I am interested in street photography, but in no means am I gonna become a street photographer. I just like being able to take that chance photo rather than shooting with the Mamiya RB or my new 4x5. There's a lot of setup time. There's a lot of thought. And there's a lot of waste if you miss. So I like 35 to have this little sketchbook in my hand, where if I have an idea or something starts looking cool, or I want to make a print and I can just make a photo that would make that print, I can. And I have all of the equipment to process and enlarge 35mm film. So it's a bit of a why not situation. So I've had the camera now for like just over a week, almost 2 weeks. Probably 2 weeks today. And it's been so good to just have the experience of shooting on a rangefinder, something that's so solid, so bright, and like the viewfinder, the focusing patch is so easy to use. And I'm just firing away film. I've shot maybe like 5 rolls on it already, and that's been so fun. Like, I don't get through film all that much. So now, after what you just saw of me shooting that final roll there, I've got to go back to the studio right now, and I'm gonna start developing all of those photos so I can show you guys what I've been shooting and my first rolls through this camera. The good, the bad, the missed focus that I'm sure has happened. I will show you some of those. But my thoughts still stand that this is probably one of the best investments I've made in my own photos, because all my other 35mm cameras, as much as it's a little bit, I guess, shallow to say poor things, they're not beautiful enough. They're just not good looking. Now I've got probably one of the most stunning cameras I could find, and it gets to be strapped onto me. It's a nice strap, it's a nice body, it's a beautiful lens, the whole form factor is lovely. It can just fit into an outfit rather than be this big protruding black strap and big camera, long lens. It's all very compact and could be a modern digital camera for all people know. It's just unassuming, and I appreciate that. So I really think that the most important part about this video and the takeaway that you should think about is not necessarily about the camera, but start thinking a bit more about how you intend to choose your next camera. Be thoughtful and be cautious and understand why you're actually buying the camera, because I've fallen into the mistake so many times where I've bought cameras that I don't actually use and don't actually need, and they don't fit my lifestyle. It's more than just a tool, it's how it looks, it's how it feels to you, and it's your relationship towards that camera as well. So it's all these things combined. I want to thank you for watching this video. I'm super excited to make some more photos on this camera and do some photo walk videos. They're going to be coming soon, probably at least one by next week. And I have an interview with an amazing photo media artist named Liz O'Brien that you will have to check out. That is coming out next week as well. Please stay tuned. If you want to keep up to date with all of the stuff that's going on, hit the subscribe button, and if you like this video, please hit a like. Thank you so much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure having you, and till next time, cheers.